I'll tell one more quick story.
I got a crazy story of a young guy I met 19 years ago who was leaving a treatment center out in Memphis, Michigan, early as I was approaching to attend a meeting there.
my family goes, "You got to go get help, man. Your daughter's coming. You got to man up. Go to treatment." I said, "Okay." So I went out to this place out in Memphis, Michigan, and about 2.5 days into detox, I said, "No, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go get high."
I saw this guy walking down the road pulling his suitcase in the mud. It was raining. And, natural instinct is maybe we should try to talk this guy into going back.
Just so happened to be raining that day, and there was mud like up to my legs, and I'm pulling a suitcase through this mud. And as I start hitting this dirt road, a guy pulls up, and I didn't know him. I've never seen him before, and he goes, "Hey man, where you going?"
So I pulled over, asked him what he was doing, asked him where he was going, tried to convince him to come back, to come to the meeting. He was insistent that was not where he needed to be. He needed to be somewhere else, and there was some other things waiting for him, and his story was going to be a little different from that point forward than mine.
I said, "Buddy," I go, "this ain't for me, man. I need to go get high." And this gentleman pled with me for, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes to just turn around, go back in, they'll take you back. You're making a bad mistake. And God, would I have done anything to listen to him 20 years ago, 19 years ago, whatever it was? And I just kept walking, right?
So he left, and I went on to the meeting and tried to find other addicts I could help there. Fast forward 19 years, I run into this guy at a meeting in Warren, Michigan. He's standing, looking good, looking handsome, and ask him how long he's been clean. He tells me, and I said, "Man, I met you 19 years ago out on a dirt road in Stoddard, Michigan."
20 years later, this is such a bizarre thing, right? 20 years later, I'm sitting at that same meeting I was talking about that I found for the first time in that little coffee shop basement. Now we're inside, this is not that long ago. And I noticed there's a guy staring at me. I'm still filled with character defects at times. I'm going, what is this guy looking at? Who is he looking at? And I blew it off. And at the end of the meeting, I'm talking to another gentleman, and he walks up and goes, "Hey, man, didn't I stop you from leaving a treatment center in Memphis, 15 years ago?" And the funniest part about it is when I first got into recovery and I just started doing open talks and stuff, like my first year or two into recovery, I shared about this story.
So I tried to get you to turn around, but you obviously didn't. And he remembered the story. He kind of looked at me, thought it was a little crazy at first, and I identified it and recognized it and realized that, yeah, we had met a long time ago. And yet I had been clean the whole time waiting for him to get back. And today I sponsor him.
Some random guy just stopped me. He tried helping me. I wish I would have listened, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at him, and like almost tears just started rolling down my face. I go, "Holy cow, man, that was like 20 years ago." And yeah, you sure did. And there's other weird coincidences in our story together. But I believe nothing happens by coincidence. I believe we cross each other's paths when we're meant to.
The way that recovery works and the way that things happen here and opportunities that present themselves have been pretty unbelievable for me. I've gotten to help a lot of people along the way, and a lot of people have helped me, and I think that that's been one of the greatest parts of my life, is that I've made a difference.
And today, that guy that tried saving me 20 years ago is my sponsor in my program, and he's a mentor to me, and he's somebody I look up to in recovery. He's doing his thing. He's very successful. He's got an awesome family. That's everything I want. You know what I mean? Not even the material stuff. It's like his family life, seeing how much his kids love him and respect him, and that's just something, right? And that's a testimony of what recovery really does. And if we can do that for other people with Michigan Recovery Movement, every dollar I've spent on everything we're doing, every countless hour, every second that we're in this building and on the phone and doing all the stuff that we do is totally worth it, right?